This is activity 6.2 on page 129, creating a 3D map. We have the My Developtech Sales Workbook open. Since you have been tracking regional sales over the territory, you know that a chart will be too crowded with data points. You decide to create a 3D map to plot the sales for each region as they appear over time. Number 1, create a 3D map. I'm going to navigate over to the Map Data Worksheet tab. You want to make sure that a cell in your table is selected. It can be any cell. I'm going to go up to the Insert tab of my ribbon, and in my Tours group, select 3D Map. If you get a message, enable the data analysis add-in to use this feature, you can click Enable. And just give that a few seconds to activate the 3D map. In the layer pane, in the location section, you want to make sure that state is selected and it has been identified correctly. And number 2, examine the mapping confidence report. In your location section, select the hyperlinked percentage to the right of the title. So mine is showing 100%. This dialog box lists any states that can't be resolved and any that Excel is unsure about. So it tells us we plotted all locations on layer 1 with high confidence. You can click OK from here. Number 3, update the Excel table with additional geographical information. Using our taskbar, we're going to switch back to our workbook. So just go down, hover over, and we're going to click back over to My Developtech Sales Workbook. You could click on this text box and just click and drag the border out of the way. We're going to select column B, right-click, and select Insert. And it inserts a column to the left of the region column for us. We're going to select cell B1, hit Control A to select our text, and we're going to type country here. In cell B2, we're going to enter United States and hit Control and Enter to stay on that. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. I'm going to enter United States here, and I'm just going to autofill that down. I'm going to go up to my quick access toolbar, and I'm going to save this. And now we want to update our fields in our 3D map. Maps. So go down to your taskbar again in Excel and switch over to your map field. And from the Home tab of the ribbon in the Layer group, we're going to select Refresh Data. And you can see country now appears in our field list. In our layer pane in the location section, we're going to select Add Field. And from our field list, we are going to select our country column. Number 5, finish the 3D map. In our layer pane below the Data section, We're going to select the bubble visualization. So that should be your third option. And in the size section, we're going to click on Add Field. And we want to measure the total sales. In the category section, we're going to add field and select region from here. And for our legend here, we're just going to just minimize that a bit so it's out of the way. Then we're going to go up to the Home tab of our ribbon, and in our map group, we're going to add map labels. You can see that it's hard to see the data on the East Coast where the states are so close together, so you decide to try another visualization in a different scene. I'm going to exit out of my field list so you can see that, but you could see, let me move this as well. I'm just going to click and drag my globe so it's better view here. You could see that it's kind of all clumped together here with that bubble visualization. We're going to create a second scene that shows how the data changes over time. We're going to go up to our Home tab in our scene group, and from our new scene drop down, we're going to copy scene 1. So it kind of adds like another, almost like another slide. If you've worked in PowerPoint before, it looks like slideshow pane to the left. In this scene 2, for our visualization, we're going to change this to the region visualization. So that should be your last option in the data section. In our category section, we're going to hit the X to delete the field for region. And down in the time section, we're going to add a field, and we're going to do this by month. Next, we're going to add a theme to scene 2. In your scene group, you're going to select the themes drop down, and we want the Arial color theme. Hover over for that screen tip. Mine is my second option. And then in number 8, we're going to adjust the map and play scene 2. We're going to go up to Home, View, and it says to turn off field list. I already closed mine out. In our layer pane, in the Layer 1 heading, you're going to select the Rename This Layer button. It looks like a little pencil. And we're going to name this Develotech Sales. And press Enter. And I already have, but it says to move your legend into the upper right-hand corner and resize the legend and the date and time box to minimize the white space. So here's your date and time box. We can move that. We're going to press the zoom in button twice. And then we're going to select the tilt down button twice. I already had moved mine, so I'm just going to click and drag it so it's a little more centered for us to see everything. And then at the bottom of the 3D Maps window on our timeline control bar, we're going to select the play button. And it will show us the visualization over time. So it shows us the time and date as the total sales are growing from each region or state. All right, so that's scene 2 playing. Now we're going to play the tour with both scenes. We're going to go up to our home tab, and in our tour command group, we're going to now play the tour. Each tour has 10 seconds as the default display time. Remember that scene 1 does not have a time field, so it will be static for 10 seconds. Now you can see we're moving into scene number 2. Once that plays out in the bottom left-hand corner, you can hit this back arrow, go back to Edit View, and we can close out of our 3D Maps view by going to File and Close. It'll bring us back to the My Develotech Sales Workbook, which we can save on our Quick Access toolbar. And then being this is the last activity, we can exit out of our workbook and Excel application.